We're out on Prince of Wales Pier, sight fishing some big squid, all while sharing some of our best tips.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Foul Anglers. Today we're on Prince of Wales Pier, we're fishing for squid, and hopefully we're going to bring up a couple.
So, for squid fishing, we use these little jigs mainly. These are from Lizard Tackle and Bait. These ones are just a little green jig, and as I'm sure many of you know, it mimics a prawn, which is what the squid go for. Most of the time, they do grab onto the head, and when that happens, if you can see them doing it, if you just do a little tiny strike, it pulls their tentacles back to get caught on these little barbs, which barbless but obviously very sharp, and if the squid grabs onto the back end, then they get caught like that anyway, and they can't, obviously they go one way and they pull back and they can't pull against that one. But yeah, that's what we use for squid fishing. I'll just show you a squid. There's a little squid that was landed earlier. Dispatch these, it's just a clean like that, and you see it loses its colour straight away. Squid have two longer tentacles that extend out, and this is what they use to grab the prey. And then of course you've got all the smaller tentacles, and in there you can see the beak, or he is dead. He's just trying to, you can see that beak there. And if you bring up a lure with a chunk taken out the head, it is most likely these guys. But there's a nice example of a squid we caught earlier.
We started off just fishing on the left side of the pier, as we've had a decent amount of luck over this side for the past couple days. However, the other guys on the right side of the pier were bringing up squid after squid, so we decided to pack up our things and head over to that side.
Yes. Style. Come on. Oh, that'd be so good.
Abducted.
Pop. Perfect eating zone. Hey. I'd rather hold him above the thing.
Yeah, you sort them out.
Boom.
There's the jag, there's a fish.
There's a fish. When fishing for squid, there's a few different retrieves you can do. What we find that works quite well here is casting out as far as you can go, out onto the edge of the light, because the lights on the pier, you can fish to the edge of the lights on the water. It's a lot easier to see in person than on video, but then the squid hang out on the edge of the lights because that's where the bait fish hold up. So if you cast up there and let it sink to the bottom, and then you just go jig like that and let it sink again, jig like that and let it sink again, and usually they grab it on the retrieve. Other ways you can do it, you could just drop literally straight down below your feet, and to be honest with you, that works quite a lot of the time. They either grab it when you can't even see it, or they grab it on the surface, you can see it, and you can just sight fish them.
See a long tentacle that he's used to grab that. There he is. Boom, nice one, mate.
Sweet.
Oh, shit. Oh! Once you do hook up to a squid, the best way is just have a light rod. So we use 10 gram rods, well up to 10 gram rods, and just keep a bend in the rod, because obviously the barbs stick in the squid, and that's what prevents them from coming off, because they can only move forwards and backwards. But if you've got them pinned and you've got a bend in the rod and they hooked well, they won't come off. So that's the best way. They pull too hard, and they can just pull too hard, because your drag's too tight, they will just pull off the hook. So light drag, light rod, and just bring them in slowly. As I'm sure many of you know, a jig imitates a prawn, so most of the time they go to grab the head. If you can see them grab the head, if you just give that rod a little bit of a strike, you can mainly get the barbs in them. 9 out of 10 times that does work. If you can see them, sometimes they grab the barbs anyway, and then you're on. But just bring them in slowly, and then just lift them up, and then straight in the bucket, dispatch them, just chop them in between the head and the body, just one chop, and as long as you do it hard enough, you'll see the colours appear straight away, and that's the best way to humanely dispatch a squid. Yeah.
Squid.
Yeah.
Lord.
I can't pull that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Free. Go grab my foot. Got it? Just hold it. Right. Right, take the rod. Nice. There you go, that's not a bad one. That is on that little green jig. There, straight on the tentacles. Hell yeah. Sweet.
That's proper.
Hell yeah. Did it, mate, finally. Oh. A lot of the time, if you're fishing the pier at night, you will see shoals of fish moving through, and the squid do feed off those shoals as long as they're small enough fish. You can see mackerel, sardines, I think tonight we saw some herring as well, and a big enough squid will grab those fish, and we did see it today, but obviously if you can see those shoals moving through, the squid generally do follow, so if you can drop a jig down, just down below the shoal, it does seem to work for us that you'll just get one on, or you'll see a bit of interest. But if you can see them in the water, it's really easy to drop a jig down and you can see them spark interest. It just depends if they are feeding enough or not at that moment. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it interesting. If you did, you'll probably like that video right here, and we'll see you in the next one. They've got longer... that's going straight at the end of the video.